guys, what's up? It's ItsAnnaLouise, and for today's video we are going to be talking about BETTA sororities. Now this is a topic that I get asked about so much. For the last year have been asked to show my BETTA sorority. I have been asked about the BETTA sorority. I've been asked tips for BETTA sorority. Anything about a BETTA sorority, I've been asked about it. So yes, it is true that I did have a BETTA sorority, and for the longest time I never showed it on YouTube. I just didn't, because BETTA sororities are such a controversial topic, and I quite frankly just didn't feel like being crapped on for having one. And so many people do so many different things differently with BETTA fish that basically not everyone can handle that people just do things different. And I just got to the point where I couldn't handle it, and I was like, I'm not about to be bashed, and I just didn't show my BETTA sorority for a really long time. Now a lot of people don't like BETTA sororities because at any moment they can go wrong if you do them like really not properly. I mean, there's obviously leeways and things that you do, but like if you put them in a tiny tank, obviously things are going to go wrong. And it's just, there's two different sides. I feel like you're either for BETTA sororities or you're not. And for today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about my BETTA sorority and why I don't have it anymore, and how my feelings are towards BETTA sororities as a whole. Alright, so I did have a BETTA sorority. My BETTA sorority is the one that in my most recent All My BETTA Fish video / tank tour, you will see Steve's tank, the fully planted one. That one was my BETTA sorority. Now back in the day when I first started out my BETTA sorority, it was not fully planted like with live plants. I've had it both ways, and for the longest time my BETTA sorority did really good. I had really good luck with the females. I feel like my situation, like how I acclimated them and got them used to each other, was really well. If you do want to have a BETTA sorority, I will say one good way to like get the females actually used to each other is let them acclimate just a little bit longer in the cup or bag that you get the fish in, because that gives like basically the other fish a chance to check out your new fish, but with a boundary, so it's just not like attack. And then I have found that once you actually release the fish, things are a little bit easier for the getting used to each other process. Now they will assert dominance, and they've kind of got to figure that out, which is also okay, but obviously if there is too much fighting or actually tugging at each other's mouths, now that is like fight to kill, and that's not good, honey. Like, no. So anyway, that's kind of like a tip from me to you guys. Now, like I said, I've had luck with my BETTA sorority for quite a long time, before I even had a fully planted tank, which some people obviously swear by, and they can get pretty testy if you don't have a fully planted tank, which is like one of the comments I got a lot. There was a big time span that I did use a lot of fake plants, but of course that one is all real now for the most part. And I will say I didn't have any troubles with my BETTA sorority up until honestly a few months ago, maybe around when I started my most recent BETTA spawn, and that was when it was fully planted. For some reason, when I introduced a new female into the tank, I believe it was the mother of the babies that I have right now. It's a little hard for me to remember because so much goes on with a whole bunch of BETTA fish babies and me trying to raise them. A lot goes on, and my mind is just like focused on them. But anyway, I added her to the tank, and she just attacked, and it was like I put her in there, and then I went to bed, and I woke back up, and I went out there, and she had attacked my fish, and I pulled, I believe it was like 2 of them out, and either they both died or one of them died and one died later. I just know that they were pretty harmed, and it broke my heart and made me really mad and upset. And it was pretty much after that, I believe, that everything kind of went down with my sorority. I only had 4 to 5 girls in there at a time. I think there was 5, maybe there was 4. Like I said, this has been a few months, and with all the fish that I take care of and raise, it is hard for me to remember everything. But after I put Kathleen, the mother of these babies that I have right now, in there, that's when things kind of went down, and it really did frustrate me. I was really upset because, like, obviously I'd had that sorority for a long time, and then that just happened, and she killed, you know, some of my OG original girls in there, and it was just really, really hard. So after that kind of happened, and then I saw it all go down, I kind of had a change of heart in how I personally felt about a sorority for myself, and that's because I got to see firsthand what it was like for a sorority to be doing really good for a long time and then have something go really wrong, and so I kind of got a change in how I felt. I think that some sororities can be really good. I think that, you know, some people can get away and never have a problem in a sorority, or only have like little mishaps that aren't like slaughter, I guess you could say. Some can get away with it, but with me, you know, I just didn't really want to risk it anymore. So I removed the final female that I did have in there, and I just did away with my sorority, and I moved Steve, my Belltail mix, into the sorority tank. Now, I'm a person, like, I don't care if your tank is fully planted. I don't care if it's what different people say is the proper size, because everyone says something different. I don't care what it looks like something could go wrong. So just keep in mind, if you are looking for a BETTA sorority, know that something could go wrong, and it could literally be a year or 2 years down the line of having it. Like, you're not guaranteed to be fine. Yes, it is true that female BETTA fish can get along with each other, but it doesn't always mean that they're going to stay getting along. And I do also want to give another tip. Fish that I have really noticed that do not do good in sororities, not just from my experience, but from talking to other people, are the dragons. Dragons have a very feisty temper. It's like your black dragon, red dragon, there's yellow dragons. They do have a very feisty temper. I learned that from a friend who actually had a mishap with a dragon, and she sent it to me, and yeah, she totally didn't work. As soon as I saw her chasing my girls, like, I removed her and I rehomed her. And then also, sometimes kois can kind of be testy, but not as much as dragons. Dragons are definitely one fish that I definitely want to say that you need to kind of stray away from when it comes to a sorority if you do choose to have one. But I do think that a planted tank is nice, or if you do want less plants, I do think a good space is always nice, or hiding spaces is nice, just to allow some room, places to hide, barriers between your girls to not fight. But anyway, with that being said, to answer a lot of you guys' questions who always ask about if my sorority, I do not have it anymore. That was my personal choice because I just didn't want to see anything else bad happen, so I just nipped it in the bud, as the old southern saying goes, and I do not have it anymore. But am I completely against sororities? Not completely, but I honestly, in my opinion, if you were asking me, I would pretty much honestly not worry with having a sorority, for the simple fact that anything could go wrong at any point in time. And do I regret having one? No, I'm glad that I tried it out. I just wish it would have ended like it did, but that can literally happen to anybody. I was not wrong. So the haters out there that may be watching this, because I know I have some, I was not wrong. This can happen to anybody. And yeah, that's pretty much my message. This was a little bit more of an informative video on my own sorority experience, and I hope that also the little bit of tips that I gave out will help you guys if you do have a sorority or if you are planning on getting one. But other than that, that's it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, which you can do by hitting my face right up there. And you can watch another one of my videos by clicking right over here, and it would mean the world to me if you guys would do so. And I hope you guys have a great day or night, or whenever you may be watching this, and I'll see you guys in my next video.